Hey, David with Hanging with the Bentons. I'm here with Gabe and Denise. We're on a mini vacation. She waved, but the camera's not facing her. Psych. So we're staying at a Super 8 by Wyndham on the Parkway. This is going to kind of be a new experience because we're spoiled. We typically don't stay in hotels, so that's going to be interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little mini tour of the room we have. Okay, here we go. We apologize for the mess, but we went with a double bed. Gabe likes to take up a lot of space, so that's why we did that. Over here, your desk, television, and microwave, and a little, I don't know what this area would be called. And then to our left is the restrooms. And that's about it.
Where are you, Gabe? Hi. Where are you? Are you supposed to do that? No monkeys jumping on the bed. Sit down, please. Sit down, please. Sit down, please. Oh, good job. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, you guys. This morning we are at the Smoky Mountain Pancake House in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. We have stopped off to get some breakfast before we head into Dollywood for annual Passholder Day. So let's go see what they have to offer for breakfast.
Alright, so we're finally inside. Once the food comes out, we'll show you what all we got. Pretty packed in here, so I apologize for the noise in the background. But yeah, we'll get back to it in just a moment.
Can you color this?
Denise got some kind of
Stuffed French toast.
stuffed French toast. And as always for Gabe, gravy and biscuit. And for me, I got the Papa Bear breakfast, because I'm a bear.
We're in the gift shop now. Gabe has found the tractors and cars. He is all over the place.
Oh, yeah. There's actually 8 of us together. Oh, wow. 6 of us live together. Why? Where are you? I don't even see you. Is there here in the corner where she belongs? Oh.
Several cute little signs. So we just finished up at the restaurant and we're on our way to Dollywood. We didn't go as soon as they opened. They opened, I believe, at 10 for the annual Passholder Day, and now it is 11:05. So we will try to film some in there and let you guys see what it's like for annual Passholder Day. Safety checkpoint on. Hi, good. How are you? so much. So we've made it through the safety checkpoint and we are on the tram getting ready to head into the park. What do you think, Gabe? What do you think? Yeah. There is a lot of people here today. A lot. So we will let you know how that goes.
I see.
This is at the security checkpoint. Everyone has to go through. They have metal detectors, and if you have a backpack like we have, they will search your bag. Alright guys, we made it into the park. We are over here getting Gabe measured for his ability to ride rods and such. So if you have a kiddo, when you come through the gate, you're going to go to the left and around the Emporium, and there is a little area over here. I'll try to get it in the shot. Right here. And they will measure your kiddo and give you a bracelet. That way you can match the colors up to the rods and you don't have to guesstimate whether or not they are or aren't tall enough all day. We're now headed up the hill to Timber Canyon. Want to let the kiddos ride some rides. My niece Sha and her husband Logan are here with us, and also her dad and stepmom. So we've got 4 kiddos now. Well, they have 3, we have 1. But we're going up here to let them ride some rides. Do you hear the roller coaster, baby? You gonna ride the roller coaster? Gabe. So we're waiting on Gabe to ride his first roller coaster. There's no hiding. Mom is a little bit of a big girl, so he's gonna ride with my niece Shy. It's kind of bittersweet moment. I'm so happy he's gonna do it, but at the same time I'm kind of sad I'm not doing it with him. But I'm nervous because he kind of freaked out going down on the elevator today. So y'all just say a prayer that this ends well. Are you gonna ride? You gonna ride roller coaster? Here they go. They're getting on. Oh, Mama's nervous. Daddy's nervous too. Here they go. Oh, well, he wasn't crying. He was hanging on really hard, but he wasn't crying. Let's see. This is the Steampunk Chaser, if anyone's wondering. That was the Thunderhead that went by. And that's it, 3 times around. Gabe got himself a little light up one, or a beating stick for Mommy and Daddy one. We haven't decided which yet. And made it to Wildwood Grove.
So some Hanging with the Bittens trivia for you. Will I or will I not ride a roller coaster? To get that answer, finish the video, and we'll talk about it later when we're back at the hotel room. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Time will tell, but those that know me know the answer. We'll be back. Well, Gabe and Denise were going to ride the bears at Black Bear Trail. Last time we were here, they didn't get to ride it because he was just under the height requirement. This time they were in line and the ride breaks down. So I guess we'll try again next time. Just to kind of give you an idea of what Black Bear Trail is, this is the little bears that they ride. If I pan around here, you're going to see it's on a track that stretches all the way around over here, and you can see where the people are stuck. So yeah, gonna miss out on it this time too. While Denise is getting us drinks, we'll take a look at one of the gift shops. This is the Wildwood and Grove gift shop. You can see some hats in there. It's kind of big for a gift shop in the middle of the park. Let's take a closer look. Over here are some shirts. Put your mugs over there. Keychains in behind me. Got a bunch of stuffed animals, sunglasses, and since it's getting kind of crowded in here, we're gonna move out.
Okay guys, so we are actually heading out of here pretty early. There are way too many people here today. I know not everybody is about the safety precautions, but we have a toddler and we're pretty fond of keeping him safe. So we're gonna go ahead and head out, and we will give you guys a rundown later on at the room of our thoughts of the day. Just so you guys are aware, we were walking ahead of a park employee, and everyone they passed that had their mask pulled down under their nose or under their chin where it's not supposed to be, they were telling them to pull them up. So they are following mask guidelines. If you come to visit, be prepared to wear your mask. This might be a little bit shaky, you guys, because I already took the camera off the gimbal, but these are everything all about the cinnamon bread, fresh baked cinnamon bread. This is just perfect, you guys, perfect. Let's see, the shirts, $17.99, not bad at all. This is in the Emporium on the way out the door. The sweatshirt is $36.99. It's like a raglan tee. I hope you guys can hear me. The mic's off too. $29.99. This is directly on my phone, you guys, so sorry if it's horrible. Those are pretty cool. Like, I have some friends, I won't name you guys, put y'all out like that, but who needs these? Who needs them? You guys know. Answer in the comments if you know who you are. $17.99 for those two. There's some fudge. Definitely going to do that. Typical magnets, nothing really new that I'm seeing other than those shirts I just showed you. Everything else looks pretty much the same as back in December when we came, minus the Christmas decor. I like that one too. What's that made of? Cotton. It's pretty chunk of cotton. It doesn't feel like cotton. And then those are really, really cool too. Maybe this stuff is newer. So I don't remember seeing this back in December either. This one is $19.99. And the water bottle to match, $29.99. Alright guys, we are going to head out of here. Hey guys, so it's Sunday night now, and we kind of wanted to give you a review of our weekend. It's going to be split up into 2 videos, so you'll see this little part of us talking twice. First, we went Thursday night on a little impromptu trip to Pigeon Forge. I think I booked the room either late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning, so it was very last minute. I just went on to hotels.com and grabbed a room that was available with good ratings. Kind of a different experience for us, but we'll get into that in a minute. The next morning we had breakfast and went to Dollywood for the annual Passholders day. And then we met up with his dad, who lives in the area, and had dinner at a fabulous restaurant called Feasters on Teasters. And then Saturday we went to, what's the name of it? Cumberland?
Sunquist Wildlife Management Area, which is part of the North Cumberland Wildlife Management Area.
Yeah, so we're going to get into that now. Okay, so we will start with the hotel that we checked into on Thursday night. That was the Super 8 by Wyndham, and it was actually a pretty decent room. Like I said, I found it on hotels.com, and the ratings were good. I personally go on and read reviews if we're going to stay in a hotel. We don't typically stay in hotels. We've been staying at resorts for, well, him since we've been together, and me for about 20 years, maybe more than that. So we're a little bit spoiled when it comes to the travel plans. We're used to more of an apartment condo style accommodations, full kitchens and all of that. So this was kind of a new venture. We did stay in a hotel a couple of nights on our honeymoon a few years back. We stopped halfway to Florida. We were tired. We stopped in Georgia somewhere. Couldn't tell you where we stopped or where we stayed, but that was probably that night, and then the very next night we stayed in a hotel, because we were leaving for a cruise. So it was just a couple of nights type situation, but other than that, we've really not stayed in many hotels. So this particular hotel, their breakfast area was closed, but they did offer like a grab and go type breakfast. It was a muffin, a cereal bar, fruit cup, and then like a bottle of water. We didn't actually eat it, but we did look into it. They had all of the normal things of hotels, the free Wi-Fi, the hair dryers in the rooms. They did have a pretty funny sign that I've inserted into the video. Actually, I'm going to insert that right here. But I just thought that it was pretty hilarious that they actually have to put these type of signs in hotels. That shows how long it's been since we've stayed in one. The beds were comfortable. The room was clean. The only real complaints was the other patrons of the hotel that were...
They weren't that bad.
They weren't horrible, but it was more noise than we're used to.
Definitely. Lighting was a big issue. And then the other complaint that I've seen in the reviews, recent reviews, was water temperature staying, but I didn't have issues with
No,
that.
but the water pressure was pretty low.
But the water pressure,
Yeah.
yes.
The so that's 3 complaints. One which was out of their control, but the water pressure was pretty well. There was not really any pressure to it. It was just above a drip. Drip, not really, but it was very low. It took a while to get like the shampoo and conditioner out of my hair, and the lighting was bad. It was fairly dark, which I'm guessing it was an older hotel that had just been renovated, but it was clean, it was comfortable, so.
And if you need Wi-Fi, it actually was pretty decent. I did some schoolwork while I was there, so I can attest to that.
So, looking for somewhere decent priced, that's clean and comfortable. Super 8 Wyndham on Immer.
It's off the Parkway.
I'll insert it. Then the next morning, we went to Smoky Mountain Pancake House.
Yeah.
And it's right there on the Parkway. It's on the end closer to Gatlinburg. I don't know. I guess that's the north end of the Parkway.
Hush.
Sorry, we're outside, so we don't wake Gabe. Bailey's
Seeing
being
something, hearing
protective.
something.
She's protective. So, the breakfast I thought was good. I had stuffed French toast, and it had like a custard, was the stuffing. It was like a custard between the layers of French toast, and then it was covered with, I got the mixed berries and whipped cream, and it was probably the best breakfast item I've had in a very long time. It was really good.
She talked about it for days.
Yes, I could have went back and ate it multiple times, even not for breakfast.
I had the Papa Bear breakfast. It had bacon, link sausage, pattied sausage, eggs, pancakes.
And you added some hash browns.
I added hash browns and grits for my eggs. Is there anything else that came with?
That's a North Carolina thing, if you guys were wondering. He puts the grits on his eggs.
Yeah, I get over easy eggs and mix the grits with it. It's really good.
It's really gross.
No. Was there anything else in that?
I don't
I
think
think
so.
that was.
I think that was all that came with yours.
Yeah, I think that was really good. Hers looked better.
It tasted better, I'm sure. It was great.
But mine was pretty good. I enjoyed it. And then Gabe got biscuits and gravy. Imagine that. I think he liked it. He ate quite a bit. I think we have him on video. I think you guys seen him on video giving his review.
Yeah, and it was really crowded in there and very noisy, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, that was my complaint about the restaurant. There was no distancing. It was really crammed. So that would probably be my only complaint there.
Yeah, I mean, the noise level was, and they had another room, so I don't know why they didn't open that room and space people out more.
Yeah, 'cause there's a lot of room.
I'm sure it was practically the size of the restaurant that we were sitting in, an additional space, but for whatever reason they weren't utilizing that. So that was really the only complaint. I felt okay because we were in a booth and it did have like a partition that they had added to the top of it, and then the people were across the aisle, so
Yeah.
I felt relatively safe eating there. The gift shop was another story because it was very narrow spacing, and people were just plowing by.
You had to navigate through the gift shop to get to checkout. So it would have been better if they had that separated.
Yeah.
Because at least at Cracker Barrel, it's pretty largely spaced. You have your cash registers right there at the front, and everything else just to the rear of the gift shop. So it's a better setup there.
Yeah, this was like you came out of the restaurant and had to go straight, and then you had to turn and kind of get corralled up to the cash register, and that was the only way. There was no other way than rubbing against people. Sorry if my voice is shaky. I've got chills from being outside. The next day, not the next day, sorry. After breakfast, see, that breakfast was everything. After breakfast, we went to Dollywood for the annual Passholder day. We went a little bit late. We thought maybe if we got there, or I thought if we got there a little bit later, that it wouldn't be as busy trying to get through the safety checkpoints and then through security and the turnstiles to get in. But I was wrong. It was still pretty packed trying to get in.
It wasn't that long of a wait, though.
No, it really wasn't that long of a wait, but I feel like, and this is not to offend anyone, but I feel like that Dollywood does not have it down yet with the safety measures. And it's not necessarily their fault, but I feel like, and I hate to compare, it's like apples and oranges, but I think that Disney is going a little bit further with the precautions. I felt like there was way too many people for the space that's given for Dollywood.
Definitely.
And Dollywood is a pretty large park, so it's not that they don't have the space, it's just the way the park is laid out, that you have narrow walkways and everybody's trying to herd through these and passing, and then the people come in the opposite direction, and it put you in very close proximity to people you didn't know. So,
indeed,
in my personal words, it was very people-y. So it wasn't a horrible experience, but we didn't stay very long.
No. They could definitely do better, I think. It was actually more packed on Passholder Day. Well, I won't say both, but their capacity was at full capacity for Passholder Day, which we estimated to be 75% of the actual park capacity. And the last time we went, it was at 50%. It's not a huge difference, talking 25%, but it was a lot busier than just when anybody could go, which was surprising.
Yeah, we thought that it might be a little less crowded, and we don't know that it was 75%. That's just what we would guesstimate. That's what it looked and felt like, based on, we went back in December, and the crowd then versus the crowd this time, it seemed like there was a lot more people.
And we know they were at 50% then. So that's where we're getting that factor.
Yes.
But it could have been because it was the first day. I think that played a major role.
And spring break. Yeah. So.
Overall, Pigeon Forge didn't seem that busy, though.
No.
Not what I'm used to being busy.
Yeah. So after we left there.
Well, then the rides broke down.
Yeah, that's true. Let's backtrack to that. Gabe did ride his first roller coaster. I'm sure you saw that in the video. He rode with my niece, and he looked terrified, but he didn't cry. So it's kind of a 50-50. He may or may not be a roller coaster guy. we shall see.
Yeah.
And then there's a bear ride. I forget the name of it, but we were going to ride it back in December, and Gabe wasn't quite tall enough. So he was finally tall enough this time, and we were going to ride the ride. We were in line, and the ride broke down. So we just...
So there's that continuing theme. Bird poop, vomit, broken down rides. So it continues.
Yes.
Speaking of roller coasters, the trivia, not happening. This is not even a kiddie roller coaster.
That's where the 50-50 comes in. If he takes after his dad, he won't ride him. If he takes after his mom, he will be all about him.
And I used to ride them as a kid. Well, the kiddie coasters at least. I'm just not about it. I like having a sense of control, even if control's not there. And yeah, I don't get that there. That's a story for another day. But yeah.
So, I did put in some video of new merchandise that I noticed that was not there back in December, and I was pretty excited about it, if you couldn't tell by the video. Then we left and we went to the room, let Gabe take a nap. We were only there for, 3 hours maybe?
We actually left there and went to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, so I could sharpen a knife of mine. But that's all I was doing there, so I didn't put that in there. Then we went back to the hotel for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, let him nap, and then we met up with David's dad for dinner. We went to a place called Feasters on Teasters. We will go back and do a actual review of that restaurant because it is really good. I've seen a lot of people comment on videos that I've watched on YouTube for that restaurant saying that it wasn't as good as what the YouTuber was saying, and we're in a few Facebook groups that people have commented that it's kind of hit or miss, that it was good, it's not good. We've enjoyed it.
The only thing that I'd say was a hit or miss was the previous time going we had more starters than this time, and I think it was the time of day, and it was a little more crowded than the previous trip that we had. So, but the food was still good. I had a bison burger and fries. My dad had fried catfish, wild rice, and fries, and I had some wild rice as well. And Gabe had
mac and cheese and a baked potato.
Yeah.
And then I had a pork tenderloin and green beans and sweet carrots and a side salad.
We had a crazy dessert afterwards. I thought it was crazy.
It was grape cobbler.
No, it was grape dumplings.
Grape dumplings, that's it. Grape dumplings. I had seen in this Facebook group that you have to try them. So we tried them, and
it was really good.
Yeah, it was good. It was very interesting. The first couple of bites, it was kind of a trying to figure out what you're eating type situation.
I still don't know where dumplings are.
Yeah, you could, the texture of a dumpling was there.
Yeah.
But you couldn't see it.
I think what was throwing me off, so there was vanilla ice cream in it. What I think threw me off was the grapes, or whatever you want to call it. It's like a grape mash.
I'll put the picture in.
It was warm, and I've never had warm grapes, so that threw me off a little bit, I think. But I mean, it was great.
Yeah, it was really good. It did have, it was pretty tangy and very sweet at the same time. It was a flavor experience.
When mixed with vanilla ice cream, it was a lot better. Calmed it down, neutralized it a little bit.
But it was definitely good. I would have it again.
Indeed.
And that was it for that night. Yeah. Gabe found a little puppy stuffed animal that he fell in love with and had to have.
Oh yeah.
The restaurant is in the Biblical Times building.
Which I did ask about. They are still doing shows, like dinner shows. Well, I don't know if it's a dinner show or not, but they are still doing shows. They said that they are doing Ruth. So I don't know if we'll go check that out or not. That's starting up here in I think the next week or so.
Yeah, that would make for a good night. Just go see a show and have dinner. It's there in the same building.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's on Teaster Lane. If you turn on Teaster Lane, it's just up there on the left. When you look at the building, it's kind of a confusing, where do I get in here?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, if you turn on Teaster Lane, just go up and it'll be the first left. And you park in, looks like a hotel parking lot. And the entrance is right there.
And there's actually a Western Sizzler coming there. So you'll have that, Feasters on Teasters, and Biblical Times all in the same building.
But it's good. It's Native American themed food, and the decor is Native American themed, and they pop in like Native American music. It's a
great
good
experience.
Yeah. Like I said, we'll go back up there and actually film inside. We didn't want to, put his dad on display or anything with that. We didn't want anybody to feel
on the spot. Rather.
Yeah, we didn't want anybody to feel uncomfortable. So that was why we didn't film this time. But like I said, I put the pictures in so you guys can get an idea of what we had this time. But that was it for our Saturday night.
Yep.
No, our Friday night. That was our Friday night. Yeah. So.
Sorry, she's worked and I've worked on a paper for the last week.
Yeah.
So we're both.
And the time change.
Brain dead. And then that.
Yeah. I had very little sleep last night, and that's why we're filming this today. The very little sleep, the time change, working, school. We're busy people.
Yep.
And that's why we're doing this in 2 parts. So you'll see the next part on Thursday, hopefully.
Yep. That sum that all up?
I think that sums that all up. Sorry we kept you guys so long, but it was a lot for one video.
It was. And once again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and come see us on our next video. Until next time, live the life you love. Nice try.
Hi, baby. What did you get? Excuse me.
That's gotta go in because you got mine.
So excuse me. Hey guys, it's that's all, folks.